After the news. I think we're on. It's after the news. Hello, everybody. I'm going to start this off the right way and say hi. I'm Steve Pascucci, your host. We're back. We're painting this beautiful painting here on our canvas, going by this photograph, our reference photo, if you will. And this is an actual place in Penardville, New Hampshire, or Goffstown, New Hampshire, but they call it Penardville. I don't know the reason for it. Hey, but I was looking at this, and, well, first let me tell you, we got to be a little quiet today because my wife came back from the dentist today, so she's a little hurting. So, but she said she's going to be okay. I think I was up till 4:30 last night worried about her. And, but she's okay. She's going to be okay. So we're fine. Let me see. So just getting back to this, I'm looking at this and looking at our photo, right? This is why you always step back and take a look at it. Now we are far enough back, and you're far enough back, and I was far enough back to know that my roof is just too short, right? So see right in here, you got to elongate that just a little bit, right? At least just a little bit. So maybe I want to come down to, well, let's start off by taking out, remember, all we're using is white and black, or black and white, whatever you feel. We got fresh, clean water. These are for our brushes to clean. And let's see. Sharpen your pencils. You know who you are. Sharpen your pencils. Let's get ready. Hey, I might be cutting the show a little bit early today because I'm expecting a kind of important phone call, I guess, if you could call it that. So I might just be about 1:15, I think. Maybe I'll have to cut this one a little short. But we got plenty to do on this. This is going to bring us a long way. I'm just taking a little bit of paint, remember? Just a little bit of black. Why? Because the art store is closed, and you want to make sure you don't waste your paint. That's all. Always give a little shake, too. All right? Give a little shake. That way there, you get any of that schmagma stuff, that noodle stuff that's caught, like up in the hole, it'll just come loose. So what are we going to do next? Well, we have to work from our furthest point back because after all, this is a painting. What we have to do is do this part of it. You see the snow back here? That's what we're going to put in here. So what is it over here on this side? Yep, on this side right here. So we have these trees that are coming up. We have that tree in the background. We have plenty more to put in. But what I want to do first is let's work on the ground, and then we'll go back up into the trees and these background trees. All right, and then I'll show you how we're just going to elongate this just a little bit because this one just needs to be pushed down. And we won't lose anything on the roof because after we bring this down, because we brought it in about a ½ inch or an inch or so on this side, it's going to be fine. So it'll still give the illusion like we still have that overhang with the longer roof. I'll show you that. It's just an illusion. Magical art illusion. Hey, anybody picking up any instruments or anything while you're at the house? Maybe maybe a set of drums somebody got, maybe an old trumpet, or just anything, even a guitar or a harmonica. I've had a harmonica here that I found underneath the house, underneath a lot of dirt, so I washed it up. Kind of good. But I've been watching a lot of Me TV. Let's see if you can recognize this one. Oh well, I gotta work on that one, but that's that. Hey, don't forget, Saturday, tomorrow. Oh no, what's today? Yeah, today's Friday. Tomorrow, we gotta put your bears in the window. I saw there was something very unfortunate on the Facebook where somebody had run over a bear or something. So I don't know if it was deliberate or drunk driving or what, but it looked pretty bad. And unfortunate if it was on purpose. That's, well, there's all kind of people. Now, what are we going to do now? We're going to come right back in here. We're not going to worry about the snow in our trees yet. What we want to do is come back in here. We're going to work on some snow. So let's take just how much? That's right, just that little bit, right? So let's put some back here. And I'm just going to go back. Now, if you're working with the pencil, and you know who you are, if you're working with the pencil, just come in here with your cotton right in here and just kind of smudge it up a little, and then come back. Remember, we said that the white was going to be your eraser, okay? And we're just going to come in and just have little white areas, okay? And then you can, I'm going to throw a little bit of black. I don't want to, but I'm going to have to for the purposes of, so you can actually see it. So, all right, now see where, but so little. It's almost a gray, not a black at all. Almost a gray when I put it up there. Then I want to come back and take some more white, because I want that nice and light, but while that's wet, we can keep that nice and dirty. See that? And go right along here. And then when we put our white roof on there, the snow on the roof, it'll be that much more whiter. It'll be almost that white. Look great. Okay? So I see that I'm just going to come down around here. We have all this area in here. So I got to get up and take a look at this. Yep, that's where all those bushes are. So, and how far do those go up? They don't go all the way to the roof line. So, what are we going to do? We're going to bring some, don't even worry about it, even though we're going to bring our roof down. Don't worry about that. We still want to fill this in. Why is that? That's right, because it's behind there and it's still a layer coming forward. So when we put our bush on there, see, the bush will maybe come up to here, but our snow is going to go back there, and our roof is going to be extended. So it's going to look great. I guarantee it. All right, now, okay, so when you're happy with that, see, I could bring this all the way down, which I think I will. Let's just bring this down so you don't have any clean canvas at all, okay? So it's all dirty, okay? Now we're going to go on this side and dirty this side. We're not even going to worry about the snow in the trees yet. Why? Because we're working on snow down here. You don't want to go and change your color while we're working on this. And see, when this dries, I'm going to take a little bit more white. So if your gray looks like this, I'm going to do, because I'm a professional, so be careful on this one, all right? But I'm a professional, so I'm going to take this, take like the extra white, and put this right over there. I'm going to put it on nice and heavy, so it looks like, if those of you using an eraser, look at that, oh my gosh, look at that. Now be careful, don't bring it right into the roof, but you want to just upset it a little bit, even over here on the side. You don't want to lose that. Anything that's showing behind the bush, you know, peekaboo behind the bush, there's going to be snow right there. Now I'm going to come up on this side, like we said, and see right here, there's not much, so I'm not going to be too concerned either, but I do believe it should be the same height, right? Yeah, it goes to there to there. All right, so see how we have this way up here? I'm going to take some more black, and then I'll wash my brush, but if your land doesn't match up on this side to that side, I mean, you could have it. You could have that hill up there, which is fine. Let's see. I just want to fill this in a little bit more, just to darken it up, make it look like there's more trees back there. But see what I'm doing? And if you have the pencil, that's all you have to do too, is just scratch it in there. See, so already now we got the foreground. You know, I love this sky. I was looking at the sky last night. I love it. Has a lot of movement in there. I still hadn't looked up snow clouds, what they should be called. They're cumulus kind of clouds, the big snow clouds. Certainly has a different feel when it's gonna snow, though. You could tell that. My bunion, oh boy, no, I'm kidding. My bunion don't hurt at all. I like to joke about my bunion, though. It's like my best friend. No, Lorraine's my best friend. My bunion's my buddy when I'm out there by the fire pit, I guess. So, see what I'm doing now? I'm kind of like giving it just a little bit of a hill. And you know, if you want, you could also put another house way back there, but we're not going to get into that. You know, just to change up the scenery. Could be like somebody's house here, and maybe the neighbor's house is up there, and a fence over there saying stay out, don't come over here, you know, because you can't touch this. So, let's see. I want to take right in here now. We're going to go right into here. This is going to be all snow. All right, so I'm going to come right in. So again, if you're using a pencil, gray it up with your cotton ball, and then just kind of use your eraser afterwards. So get a gray kind of color. And I'm just going side to side. Where it wants to lay down any of my lines, I want to lay that down so it makes it easier to walk in. Okay, if you're going up and down like this, see, like right in here, this looks nice. But we don't have anything here. Why? Because we didn't erase anything. You with the pencils would be erasing, and us with the paint, I'm going to take a little bit of paint, never scooping, right? I'm only using the tip of the brush always. And then I'm just going to follow this down a little bit. And look at that. And you can show some of this heaviness right in there. There's nothing wrong with that. That's fine. We know this is going to be covered up with more trees and things like that. Now over here we have all this. So I'm going to take a little bit more white. And just come in here. And just fill that in. Now what's it look like on the front? See, now here we have to have, and I know, like I said, there's a river, I know, a little stream or something that runs through it. Maybe that's where the ice came down and they grabbed it and put it in a house or something, because that's an ice house. I don't know how ice houses work, but I'm just thinking maybe the big cubes came down, or maybe even the little cubes, and you scoop them, and then you put them in those trays and you sell them. I don't know. But anyway, I know that there is a stream there. So we'll talk about perspective for a moment. Okay, we know that our painting is going back this way here. Okay, that's the point of view there. So imagine if we have, okay, this is going to be our ground over here. So what are we going to do as far as making it look like the river goes down here, right? So we're going to change that line. Now we don't want it way down here because then again, it's going to look stupid, right? It's not going to look right. So you want this to go all the way across. So you don't want to kill the ground here, but you want to show that it does go back there. And it can stop right there. I'm going to grab a pencil now. And watch what I do. See, like I said, this is too much. This is a hill climb, okay? And we'll talk about that a different time. But right now, all we want to do is just take this line, and we're going to go about 10 past 8, okay? 10 past 8 is a good time. See, and this don't matter if it's light or dark, but preferably light. Now, see already, that puts it like across the street, right? So, I know it's not a thick or a wide, I guess it's not a wide stream, because when the cubes come down, blah, 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 you know, they want a nice thin one. So I don't want this to be too thick. But I want to show that it opens up here because this is our perspective. If I did that and that, all I am doing is making a curve, right? And you don't want that either, okay? Some used to say that I was so short that when I sit on the curb, I dangle my feet. I am little, but I don't know about that little. Okay, so let's see. I don't want it to be too wide, but I want it to be believable. So this looks kind of good. And step back, you know, that's not bad. And I'll show you how we're also going to change that angle on across here. Okay, now let's get back into our black and white. Okay, pick up your brush or sharpen your pencil. For the pencil people, what you want to do. Now this is probably a lot of land here for a pencil. So what I would do is scratch out like, just imagine that's the graphite from your pencil. Okay, scratch it out like that. Take your cotton ball, which I threw away, I know already. Oh, look at that, here's another one. So then you take that, and then you go into that. Just kind of like what we blop. Just go over here. Maybe you won't even have to. But, you know, if you have too much, I'm just saying you want to gray up all this area again. And which way are you going to do it? 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Okay? Jump on it. So, very good. Yeah, but I think, you know, if you have any kind of other talent or interests or something like that, see, let's just go right across here. We're looking for a grayish color, and then we're going to put the white on top of it. So we want the gray underneath first. And see, again, light, dark, light, dark, light, dark, light, dark, light, dark, light, dark. And it always, even right in here, light, dark, light, dark. And it always just pops out. Okay, if you use the black and white the right way, you can make very, very detailed and what's the word? Nice drawings and paintings. Okay, so a little bit of white. I never want this to get too light, and I never want it to get too dark. So I'm never going to go into there because that's our window and everything like that, right? So I just picked up a little bit, right? I don't know if you can see that. A little bit of black. How dark is that? Too dark. So already, so I got that black on here. I throw white on there, and look at that, right? And don't worry about this here, okay? Go up to it, but don't do anything when you're hitting the river or the stream here, okay? Leave that alone for now. And I just want to grade this. Oh, too dark. Way too dark. Oh my gosh. That's okay. But see, I'm not doing the crisscrosses. I'm only going side to side like that for now because I want to show a nice level plane like that. Okay. Here, even just that little bit, doesn't it look like it's kind of like, you'll be out of breath by the time you come up the top of the hill here, right? Maybe. I don't know. I know I'd be. But I'd be way out of breath if I went to that tree line now. So I could run though. When I was younger, I could run. And another story too. I was thinking about when I was talking about the roof here with all the snow. Made me think of a story when my kids were younger and they were at school. I used to have a shirt. It was like an Olympic shirt from what was it, Lake Placid, right, where that big alligator was they got that time, and where it ate the helicopter and all that stuff, Lake Placid Olympics. So I had this shirt, and it had the Olympic rings on the chest, and then it had a ski jumper, like an Olympic ski jumper. It was a Winter Olympic shirt. It was a white long sleeve T-shirt, and it had the ski jumper on there. And my kids would always ask, "Dad, what's that?" And I said, "Well, I was in the Olympics. I was a ski jumper in the Olympics." Ah, very cool. So it's great to start a story off young, but it might backfire because I was at PTA one night, and one of the teachers, when I introduced myself as Mr. Pascucci, so-and-so's son, "Oh, so you're the ski jumper, you're the Olympic ski jumper." I said, "Yeah, I'm the Olympic ski jumper." "They told you about that one?" "Oh yeah, very proud, very proud." I said, yeah, good. So, not a true story. I wasn't in the Olympics, but in their eyes I was for a little while. So, and I told them I was beat up by the Germans. So, let's see what we want to do now. Just gray this out, and I'll show you what we're going to do here, okay? We're going to turn this down, because remember, this is down and in here. This is like a little river band going through there, right? And just go right across. Keep it gray, don't go dark now. Remember, this is snow, right? This is all snow in here. So, just gray it up like a pencil. I'm just going to go right down that angle. Stay in your line. And go right up there like that, and look at that. Just lightly blend that right back in. And I don't like that line. So what am I going to do? I'm going to take a little bit of black. I mean, like a little bit of black. And just go in here, gray it up. And look at that. My gosh. Nice. Come right in here, clean that up. And this could be like a snow drift or whatever. We're not too concerned with that right now. All right, so actually, and let's go on this side now and do the same thing. Gray it up, 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Touch of black. And just go right across. Here we go, like that. So what's everybody doing? Yesterday and today, horrible days. I know I'll be burning tomorrow. So I got myself a Sawzall last weekend. I haven't been able to use it. Well, I could have on one of those days, but I chose not to. For whatever reason, I don't know. But I do have a Sawzall now, and I'll be cutting up some pallets. So when you see the big glow on the hill, that'll be us. See, and I'm just throwing in some snow all along here. All right, so now, just like I said with the pencil, see how this is nice and gray, and it looks like pencil work, right? Not bad. So that's pretty good. What are we going to do now? I need more white. I took out a lot, but I was such a professional that I used that much of it. So like I said, don't use this whole thing. This is good for like a lot of paintings. So don't use a lot of paint. Let's see, what else? Alright, so what we want to do now is take some more white with the same dirty brush now. Don't wash your brush, there's no reason to, because it's only the same two colors. And if you're using it the right way, see, there's no really dark unless it was separated right there. So, okay. Now, we want to think about how that snow's coming. You can have, Now, right, let's see, I don't know if it's in here, but certainly we could. Well, we got to clean up this edge. That's all bushes and whatnot, but I want to clean up this edge just a little bit right there. So I'll go all the way down just because the bush is going to be there anyway. So I just wanted to get a better edge on that side. Okay. And like I said, it's all decrepit and broken down anyway, so it don't really matter. So let's see what I do here. I'm going to come off the side like this, like it's a little bit of a snowdrift. So we'll take that chunk out there right in the corner, and then just while you have that rough edge, use it with your eraser. Oh, look at that, and just come right up in there. Build it up a little bit. And look at that, it looks like a nice little snow mound. A little heavier paint on top so you just get that nice rounded. You don't want a fuzzy edge. You want that nice rounded, solid, crisp edge on the top of the snow. Okay, so I just come right up in there. You see what I'm doing? I'm coming out from the bottom so I can see my line where I want to put it. Because that brush is, how do you get a straight line off that thing? But what I'm doing is I'm putting my brush this way. I'm painting flat this way, but I'm pushing it down. I'm pushing the bristles down to get them nice and flat. And then I'll use the paint that's there. See, like that? And then if you want, you can just pull some down like that. Through here, right? Now let's see. Got a door over here somewhere, so keep an area for that. I'm just going to come in here. Now all in here, all you want to do is just take some of the, well, your eraser, of course. And remember, just like the ripples in the water, go back, nice tight V, and then come right in there like that and go right across. And let that blend right in. See, and then that gives you the light and the darks and all that stuff. Makes it look like there's snow drifts and all kinds of things happening there. So I'll bring this down a little bit like that. And then when we come up to here, we're going to start to roll this over. But let me put some more in here. I'll use my eraser, remember. We're using white as like an eraser. Those of us using it with the brush, it's our snow. It's also your snow with the eraser, but we're just using white paint to your eraser. Doing a great job. Fantastic. I can't wait to see that one finished, because last night what I saw of the drawings looked awesome, both of them. So, okay, maybe a little bit up here. Now I want to show, I don't want to have this going way up there like that. So if I made a line like 5 past 7, I would kind of like kill that, and it would be wicked high hill. See, like this one here is like 10 minutes of 4, right? This one here. So I'm going to go back, maybe this way will be 20 minutes of 3, right? So 20 minutes of 2, we'll say. 20 minutes of 2, right there. I'm going to come back, and then I'm just going to stay on that same 20 minutes of 2, and just throw in little pieces like that. You're erasing while we're doing this. See? And then just blend that in like that. Now I have all that detail back there. Right? And we're not even concerned about the rest of that because it's only snow behind the house. So don't worry about that. Now, what we want to do, I'll wait because what we want to do is work right in here now. And the way we're going to do that is, what's the easiest way we could? Well, I'll tell you what. Because when you look at water in the wintertime, it's usually black, right? But because this is simply black and white painting, we're not going to make blue water or blue sky. Everything has to match in black and white. So we want to show the bottom or the deepness of the river or that stream that they picked the cubes out of. So what you want to do is, now see, I'm going to go 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock, but as I'm doing 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock, I'm not going along this edge. I'm doing 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock. I'm going to start at the top. 9 o'clock only side to side. And I don't want you to go all the way across, but kind of fill it in. You know, leave a little space there, I guess. All right, and I didn't use a lot of paint. So I'll come in, I'll take a little bit more. I'm not going to go way up here and start again, and I'm not even going to start there. I'm going to start here. Okay, but see what I'm doing? I'm going 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and I'm getting wider and wider as I come. You know something? Why don't we just fill that in to make it easier, okay? Just fill that in right in there. And see what we're going to do? Leave like a little bit of a 1/4 of an inch or whatever it is. Just leave a separation between your snow and the black, okay? That's all we're looking for right now. And that's going to be the bottom of the river. So just color that in. Not a lot of paint. Not a lot of paint. And then I want you to dry your brush. Wash and dry your brush real good. But I really am. I'm seeing a lot of great stuff. And it looks like we're going to be doing this for quite a while. So I hope you're enjoying it. I love the response that I'm getting too. So until you guys stop watching, I guess I'll continue to do it. And I love seeing the work that you're doing. And if this is your first time, I mean, like I say, pick up an instrument or learn to cook. Or maybe I should learn to do something else too. Give Lorraine a break, huh? So let me see. I'm going to wash this brush right now. Like, see, I'm going to put that. That's going to be our stream, and that goes right off like that. And we got so much to do, but we've done so much already in what, an hour and a half, right? Not even in a half hour so far. So yesterday's hour and this already, we got all the rest of our picture in. Okay, so it looks like a road. But it's not going to be a road. There's going to be like a little. I don't know what that water's for. How this place is used. But let's wash our brush. Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't even telling you what brush I used. I've been using on this. I think the number 6. Yeah, number 6. Okay, and this is the one from yesterday. So I have a 10, a 6, and a 1. All right. So if you got these brushes, take your 10, 6, and 1. And if not, and you only have 3 different size brushes, make that a large, medium, and small. All right, doesn't matter, just for whatever size you're working on, pick one that's your large brush, medium, and small. Okay, even if your large brush is one of these, this is green, oh no, I thought I hit it. This is oil paint for my other painting, which I never even showed you yesterday, but no big deal. It's a coronavirus painting. Going to be probably in I don't know, take a while to do though. I'm not in a rush with it, or maybe I should be. I don't know. All right, so what we're going to do now, we have this black in here and that's still wet, and so what if it is? We're going to go right into the white now. Okay, so look at the difference of that, right? Let me get a brand new brush to show you what the difference is. So we took this brush out of the package yesterday. Like that. Look at that beauty. Oh my gosh, right? Look at this thing. Like it was beaten with a mop. Wow, that's horrible. My old shaky hands. Oh well. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we want to give this a look like it's going down. Okay? So, how are we going to do that? Who remembers? Exactly, just like the waterfall, right? Just like the waterfall. So just imagine this as one big waterfall, but it's the snow that's going over, okay? So I don't care if you start from the back or the front. You don't have to go all the way like a waterfall to cut it way over like that. But what I do want to do, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this a little bit darker, so you can. No, I shouldn't. I'll do it in the white so you can see. Okay, so I'm going to take the white. Again, you want to go 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock when you're starting, okay? When you're starting, but then you want to just bring it down, okay? And then bring it to see, because that black is wet in there still, it's going to go down. So do like a, have like a little bit of a little fall over. So have it come straight over, 10 minutes of 3. Yeah, so it's going to look like this. It's going to come over. 10 minutes of 3, okay? So what's the, it's kind of like that, and then this is where that's where the riverbed is. Okay, so this is what you're looking for. You want to come in and just roll it over into it kind of easily, you know, so easily. There you go. Oh, by the way, I'm wearing the shirt. Hey! So, see what you're doing there, and just little, if you think you do better with your small brush, use your small brush. I'm going to use the number 6 because I know I can get away with that. But see, you want to use this very lightly. You want this to blend into the background. So, let's see, and if you're using a pencil, just come in like this, and you want to scratch it in. So you want to come in, 10 minutes of 3, and over again. Okay, I'm just going to pull that down. See, like that. So this is the flat part where you walk on the snow. This is where it drops down, and that's the bottom of the lake, the river. Okay? Good. Let me just wipe this off. Yeah, I couldn't sleep for nothing last night. Take your time with this. This is no rush. And then see what we want to do is just blend this back in. But you don't want to lose that line, okay? This is your line that you want to keep to the bottom. You know something? Let's make this real easy. Just do a little bit of a hump. Okay? And just to make it look like it drops down. So kind of like this and down. Okay, like the waterfall. But don't let that get too dark because that's snow. So let's get that nice and bright. Right? And then let that blend into the bottom of the river. And we'll put the ripples in there too, so don't worry about that. Doesn't look like anything. So we'll fix that too. See, and I'm just, like I said, I'm gonna go straight, and then I'm gonna go straight, and then I'm gonna drop it down and then go flat again. And you want to just do that all the way up, okay? So I'm gonna rub that flat across. And the reason we did the black underneath was because we want that darkness underneath anything we put up there. So if we want to just use white, we can. But see, because it's got the more we rub it in there, the darker it gets because it's got that black underneath to pull forward underneath it. So that's good. That's real good. So all this, I'm just going to go 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock, just like I did with the, and this is more important too, instead of the black, like we said, we just went like that, but this is more important because we're going with that shape, with that perspective going back. So we'll just pull this back, and I think after I do this, I want to take another look from behind. I want to stand up and see, I'm not too concerned about the edges because we can always clean those up, which I know I will. So and just come in later, and then you could just shape it. Remember, this is it's not actual running water, but you just want to show that there's something in there. And even if it's the gray like that, that's fine. You just want to show that it falls down inside there. Take a little bit more. I'm only taking little pieces of paint at a time and dropping it down. The most important thing is to go nice and flat. Okay? And you just want to, when you're down on here, that's your walking. Okay, that's your walking surface. So I'm going to bring this down, drop it, come flat. I'm going to do all my flat first. So 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And don't even worry about this side of the river yet, the lake, or whatever it is, the stream. Because that's the other side. And that's a whole different look on that. Okay, so I'm just going to come right across. And you'll just be using your cotton ball and just making this darker. So when you come in with even if you have a Q-tip, take your Q-tip and bring it in just like that and drop it and go flat. So I will do it in the black so you can see it come across, drop it down and go across. Nice and flat. This goes 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 10 minutes of, 10 minutes of 3. And then flat out. But that's going to be more white because it's snow. So I see people are making puzzles, people, matchbox cars all through the house. They're doing all kinds of, like obstacle courses. People are doing, I believe they're doing social drinking on the sidewalks now. You just pull out your chair and say hi to your neighbor at a certain time. Then there's, what's another one? I don't know, I just learned about Skype. Not that I even know how to use it, but there's another one now too. I think it's the one that the schools are getting jumped on with that, where they're interrupting the lessons. Okay, now see what's happening here? Now it looks like there's something that goes down. I don't know what happened here. I'm just going to blend that all right back in. 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And like I said, I'm not even concerned about this side yet. But let's get up. I want to take a look. I'm going to drop that brush in the water, and we're going to take a look and see what's happening with that painting and how yours is coming out. Oh, great job, yeah. Yeah, I like what you're doing there. That looks awesome. All right, so yeah, well, we have that. And see, look at that. It looks fantastic. It looks like a pencil drawing. Looks just like a pencil drawing. Incredible. All right, now what I want to do before we go to the other side of that little river, watch what we do here. We're going to take our medium brush, and we have to come in here and wash this and dry it off good. Make sure there's, because you may have extra black paint on there or something you don't want to worry about. So let's see. And we're not even concerned about our building yet either, right? The only thing we want to do with that right now is put that roof on. So let's get that in. I'm going to take a little more now. See, I've been using bunches of white, but I'm only taking little bits at a time. So if you need more white, don't just go, hey, I need a lot this time. You don't. Always take little bits, okay? Very, very important. Like I said, Michael's is closed right now, so you ain't getting in there. Walmart? I don't know. Maybe a super Walmart. I know they sell paints too, but I don't know. My allegiance is to Michael's, so they better open up soon. Okay. I'm going to come right up in here. See where I'm not even going to worry about that line up there? Because what we did, what was that from anyways? Oh, that's right, yeah, because we extended the roof. Just like we're going to extend this one down, we extend that one over a little bit. Oh, you know something? Not even thinking. Before we do that, we could still use our medium brush. Go in to the white and blop it, because I forgot to tell you to put the snow on the trees. How's the pencil people going to put the snow on the trees? That's right, use your eraser. Now, if you have like a couple of these, maybe sharpen one side. Take a knife and cut one and make an L out of it. And then you'll have a nice, a nice point to come in here. Because what you're going to do, just imagine that's a cut eraser, cut pencil. So what you want to do is come right in here and just kind of like blop those on there. You don't want it too heavy that you're going to kill the trees, but you want to show that there's snow on those trees. Okay? And you want to show that leave those trees somewhere in here so you can see this, because imagine when we come on here with just the white and we start doing this, and you want to make sure that you cover any of the black line. Cover any of the black line, make sure it's gone. Okay, because the last thing you want to do is come up here and then have a beautiful snow-covered house with that line on there. Looks horrible. It's horrible. All right, so what you want to do, again, see what I did? I came up from underneath because I want to be able to see my line, right? So if I push my paint out, I can follow my line instead of going down and around. I wouldn't be able to paint in here like that. So it's just easier for me to go up. I'll start right on this edge, and I'm just going to trace that line, goes right across and down like that. Now, all your snow, just don't go side to side with your snow, remember. There's a shape to that roof, right? So think about in the summertime, right? When the squirrels are up there, take a poop or whatnot, it rolls off that. Okay, so if this was flat, it wouldn't really roll nowhere. But when you put your angles down, you put your angle of the roof down like this, and you start, so you want to make sure you're nice and tight up there. And let's see, then you want to go right across. So each one of these is all these lines follow your angle of the roof. Okay, they don't color them in sideways, because any lines that you do see, you want them to show that there's an angle to that roof, that it falls off like that. See, so when they say brush strokes, okay, so you're looking for your brush strokes to go down, okay, down the roof line. And that's all that is. You can make this snow as heavy as you want. So I'm just putting on the first coat because remember, it's all gray, but we want to really, really whiten this up. So I'm sorry, I'm jumping back and forth. Let's go back to our trees and just poke, poke, poke. Right? A little bit of snow, not a whole bunch. This is another set of trees. So maybe down here a little bit there. See, we just want to show that all that snow is back here. Oh boy, look at that. See, and there's another tree line there. Whatever. And that's good. I'm happy with that. I'll take that. And then I want to come up here and do the same thing on the pine trees too. Right? Because these are all pine needles. evergreens, whatever they call them. So you want to come up here, and this I'm just going to do the same thing. I want this nice and heavy, so I'm just going to pat this on there. Okay, I don't want to kill the shape of the tree, but I do want to show that there's heavy, heavy snow on here. So I'm going to go in. I'm not even going to blop it. I'm going to put it right on there like this. Look at that. Look at that, right? Nice heavy set of trees with snow on it. Don't kill those branches. You need those branches to hold that up. Because if you don't have the black underneath, they'll be like, what is it? So this makes it look a little more believable. And then see what I'm going to do here? I'm going to turn my brush sideways because I want to show a little bit of snow on the tip of that tree. So I turn my brush sideways. Now I'm going to go back this way and poke again sideways. But like I say, you don't want to kill all that black. That black is what's holding up the needles and the snow on the tree. Okay? So you need the black there. Don't kill it. Very, very important. So what do we got? I'm going to give it about another 5 minutes. Like I said, I'm sorry I got to cut this show a little bit short, but I do have a very important call coming in. Okay, so let's put some snow up here. Now see, this we could lift. See how we're right there at that, right at the peak? I want to put heavy snow on there. I want to really show the heaviness of that snow there. And I'm just going to turn my brush a little bit like that. Then I'm going to raise this just a little bit so that it looks like it's heavier. There we go. Just that little bit like that. And that's all I want right there. Okay, I'll wait for you guys. And you know something? I think we'll just let this dry. I'm sure it is already by now, for now. But, yeah, mine is. But I just want to, I want to let that go until tomorrow because we don't have the time. I don't have the time to really show you the rest of that. So long as we have that black in there and a little bit of that 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock murky look, I guess you call it, kind of like a murky. All right, so we'll do that. And what would be next then? Let's get this roof in. And like I said, see, right in here, this one here goes down a little bit further. So maybe I'm going to come right up in here, right at the corner. I'm going to have my brush right on that angle and come down that same angle, but I'm going to extend it just that little bit. Okay, I know it's not stupid big, but it's a little bigger than what was there. So let's see, is this enough? And I'll go straight across. And this can run right off. See, this can run right off now because this is where this is going to meet, way over here. So this can run right off. And we still have that overhang. See, right over here like that, we got the overhang on that side. Now we know that there's going to be trees and stuff like that there too. Not worried about that right now. So let's just fill this in with snow. And again, you want to go the angle of that roof. So I'll put a line across, so that's fine. But then all my fill-ins want to be along that same roof line. Now look at that. Wow. It does. It looks like a great pencil drawing. And I want to cover this. See that little bit of black right there? That's part of the roof that's underneath. Remember, it snowed, and it snowed pretty heavy. So cover that up. Go right to the edge, bring that over. And just make sure that your lines go that same angle. And see, look, right in here, I'm going to leave that a little bit like that. I'm going to leave that. But I just don't want that line going across. So I'm going to fill that in. Beauty. All right. And a nice crisp edge over here. I like that. Let's finish up a little bit of snow right in here. And tomorrow when we pick up, we're going to pick up right here on this side of the building, okay? So we'll put our window, we'll put our door, and whatever's over here. There's another window here, and a couple of windows here. And then there's the tree. We still got more to do on this, so don't worry about that. We're not in a rush. Not in a rush. Let's see. So yeah, let's poke this in. And remember, tomorrow, you want a large, medium, and small brush. Have water ready, a rag, and something to drink. Especially you, Mom. Have something to drink. And we'll continue this tomorrow after the news. So see, I'm just going to fill this in, make it look like there's another bush all by itself over here. right? And just leave that like that, and see what we do here. It makes like a little area to walk in. Okay, it's like, oh, where'd he go? Papa go? Where'd Papa go? Papa went in there somewhere. Oh no! Yeah, it's like I said, I don't even know what street I live on. So with that, like I said, I'm gonna call it a day. That was 45 minutes. That was a really quick 45 minutes, and we got a lot done. I hope I didn't go too fast, but please, if there's any questions, ask me. Okay, but please show me your work because I'm loving everything I see. Be good. Make your bed. Don't eat stuff off the floor no more, except if it's black jelly beans. Okay. And let's see. That's I think that's really about it. So I'll see you tomorrow after the news. But learn an instrument or do something like that, okay? Because that's always fun. Walk around the house, bang a drum, bang a couple of pans.